Hello everybody, excuse my tired face. I'm very tired today. But anyway, in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I transferred a $3 cabinet door into a cute little wall decor piece for my daughter's room.
Okay, so let's get started. First things first, I took Grout and filled in these little tiny holes on this cupboard door. And I got this cupboard door for $3 at Habitat for Humanity Restore. And I know that people usually use like a spackling wood filler type of thing to fill in these types of holes. But Grout there, it was all I had on hand from other projects. So I just went ahead and used it. And it dries really fast too. So that's a really nice plus with the Grout. And it works out fine. Actually, in the end, you can see that the holes were still a little bit visible when I show the final results of this. But, you know, they were a little bit less visible than they were like, you know, just not filled in at all. So, yeah. And then I just wiped that off really good, cleaned it up. And then I started to paint this with the color buttercream. No, this was cotton. This was my cotton. And yeah, I took some water because this was almost empty. So I took some water and kind of mixed in some water because like when you get to the very bottom of these paint cans, they're kind of thick, I guess is what I'm trying to say here. Yeah, so anyway, I mixed water in with the paint because it was very thick. And as you can see, that really helped thin it out. And then I was using a foam brush to paint this, which I absolutely hate foam brushes, to be honest. But that was all I had on hand down here at the time. And I didn't want to run upstairs because you can't see it in the video, but I have my baby in my carrier on my chest. So I didn't want to walk up and down the steps a bunch of times because it kind of makes me nervous. But anyway, I also left all this paint, pretty much all the painting technique in this video because sometimes people do ask me to leave that in the videos. But sometimes I do like 4 or 5 paint projects in a video and the video would literally be like 2 hours long if I left all the painting in there. So anyway, I'm just going to direct people to these types of videos from now on if they want to see like how I do painting techniques. So anyway, that's why I'm leaving all of this in here. So if you don't care for this or need to know how to paint this, then just you could skip forward to watch the transfer part, or you know, this might not be for you, but anyway. And then I take gray. This was the color Country Fox or Fox Gray, or yeah, it was like Gray Fox. That was the name. So I took it and just did the border with it. And as you can see, there was still some white that was wet on the middle part. And this is what I do. Like, I don't worry about that. So like when I go to like paint that and get real close to the edge, it kind of gets white on the brush, which is fine. You know, it blends and it gives it a nice look. So you can just kind of watch what I'm doing here and you'll see how the white kind of picks up on my brush a few times and it just blends into the gray really well, like right there. And it just also like adds to the distressed look of it, I guess you could say. So yeah, just watch what I do here and you can just see how it ends up. And if you were really particular, you could definitely like wait till the white part dries, tape it off, then paint the gray and all that. But I am not patient like that and I'm not precise like that. So when I do this kind of stuff, I just go with it and I just do it and I just have fun and I don't worry about it being like perfectly perfect. I just do it. And so, yeah, I mean, I know that's not for everyone, but that's what I do. But like you can see here, I take the foam brush and I try to go back in and make things look pretty neat. But like I said, I just don't stress about it. I just go with it. Okay, and this part here is probably the most important. You almost can't even really tell what's happening here, but I am just taking that's a Dollar Tree brush, by the way. And I'm just taking it with whatever gray was left on the brush and I'm dry brushing. This is like true dry brushing right here. I'm literally brushing on the rest of what was left on that brush onto this. So like dry brushing for sure. And like I said, you can't really see here like what it actually looks like. But at the end, I do a close-up shot of this whole thing. And you can definitely see the fine details of the dry brushing and how pretty it looks. And then you'll intermittently see me use my blow dryer throughout the project to just dry in between coats and stuff because I'm impatient, and especially when you're painting something like this, you want it to be dry in between so that it doesn't scrape off the paint. Okay, and then I wanted to tell you guys that if you don't already, please go over and follow me on Instagram, especially if you want to see like more pictures of my DIYs. I feel like I share better pictures over there, and just I interact a lot more just because I'm used to it and I've been over there longer. So definitely go check it out. But okay, now moving on to the transfer part. Okay, so basically all there is to doing a transfer, if you haven't done one already, is you just place the transfer on your surface and use that little tool that comes with it to press it down. Like if you've ever used a Cricut, it's kind of the similar concept to using vinyl. So yeah, just keep pressing that down until you start to get it all on there, on the surface that you're putting it on. And obviously, big tip on this, make sure your surface is super dry, otherwise it won't stick. And I lost my footage of me pulling that transfer paper up on that bunny, the first bunny part, but you'll see here on this second part how that part works. But like I said, I got a phone call and then my phone quit recording. So anyway, this part here, you'll see you just press it all down. You got to use some elbow grease on this sometimes, but otherwise it's super simple. But then yeah, like I said, I always just like press it down, then slowly pull it up. This is sped up, so obviously it looks a little fast, but I go pretty slow. And then if you see parts start to not peel up, you can just press them back down or put the paper back down, the plastic back down, and keep rubbing it on. Okay, and then here's a look at how it turned out. I just love it so much. My daughter ended up telling me that she would like to keep it and put it in her room, so we'll probably do that. And I might end up putting her name like up here in the top, or put like Amelia's room on it or something, make it cute. But anyway, there's a close-up view also of the dry brushing technique and how good that looks. I just love that. And like I said, you just don't worry about it and it'll be fine. But yeah, I hope this inspires you or helps you with tips on how to use a transfer or painting techniques or anything. I hope it inspires you to repurpose something. And then my greenery falls off. So funny. And then I also styled it with a little wreath on the top too, and I actually think I like that better, but I need to make a different wreath for it. But yeah, and then here's just some other styled pictures of it with the greenery on top. And like I mentioned earlier, please go subscribe to me on Instagram. And also, if you're not already subscribed on here, definitely hit the subscribe button and like my videos and all that fun stuff. And thank you so much for watching this video.